You look very ominous. Perfect. Here we are at the Colony of Gamers 2011 Community Focus. I'd say it's the PAX Community Focus, but we're 2 weeks out past PAX. Been a long time. We're here with Kurt Le Captain, right?
Yep, better known as
I just
Mot Wakorb.
which is what now? Tell everybody what it is,
It's Tom Brokaw backwards.
and what inspired you to do such a thing?
I want to say I had a copy of The Greatest Generation, and right on it was his name in big bold letters. And I think I was watching Star Wars recently, just before that, and looked at the book and said, you know, that name backwards sounds kind of cool and sounded very Star Wars esque, and
Yeah,
that became my name on the forums. That was pretty much the end of it. So
God, it's good to always have a cool origin story, not just like Dave, you know,
nice original name, Dave. Way to go,
Dave.
Dave. Good
He'll
job, Dave.
appreciate that. So here we are. This is the staff focus. We're a little bit past PAX. I had the joy of doing this twice with Jeremy since we lost the first cut. So we're a little bit here. PAX is gone. It's kind of out of your system. It's sunken in a little bit. I remember we did the FUDcast. We talked about the greats and the misses and stuff like that. Has any of that changed for you as far as what you see out there? Maybe thinking about giving Firefall another chance, or
To be honest, I didn't give it a first chance to begin with when when I was there. I never even got a chance to stop by the booth and play. Mainly because you guys came and said, "Don't do it, man, don't do it," and so I didn't. And
right?
thus,
Yeah, I mean,
no Firefall for me.
maybe. I mean, their platform, the free to play, and all that stuff. Maybe in 6 months' time they change it. Maybe in 6 months the game becomes fun. But when we played it, none of us had fun. So
It's really tough to gauge a game in full from the demo that they have at a booth. You know what I mean?
yeah,
When I went and played Jurassic Park by Telltale Games, I love Telltale's games' stuff. But when I went and played Jurassic Park, I was really disappointed because it felt like the whole game was nothing but QuickTime events. And frankly, I wasn't a fan of Dragon's Lair, so I'm not about to be a fan of all these QuickTime events. So, but it's really hard to tell because it was just nothing but a demo. So
right.
it's tough to say that I'm not going to like the game.
Yeah, and there's a lot of truth to that. I mean, you're standing on your shoes, which your feet probably hurts because you've been standing for hours and trying to play a game amongst loudness, and yeah, it's not the best environment to get the full experience, but it does give you that taste, and sometimes that taste just isn't good. So
First impression's pretty important, and some games had a great first impression at PAX. Some had some really fantastic first impressions, in fact. But some games just that just felt like they fell short right away, and they didn't try hard enough.
yeah, yeah, I could agree to some of that. So pretty much your views have pretty much stayed the same. Is there anything kind of rearing its head, or anything else? Second thoughts, basically. Second thoughts about how you originally felt at PAX.
Um, as a whole, um, I want to talk about PAX as a whole. I mean, I've been going since 2007. I think that was the first time
Mhm.
we met face to face, in fact.
I believe so. Yeah.
2007, I went in 2007, 2009, and now 2011. So it seems like I'm doing the odd years all the time.
Hmm.
It gets bigger and bigger each year, and I enjoy the overall con less and less
Hmm.
as the years go by because it keeps getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
There's just too damn many people everywhere. It's hard to get around. It's hard to, people are just kind of rude and just slam into you and walk through you. And, they got somewhere to be and they want to be at that game that they're going to stand in line for 4 hours for.
That was me. That was me on my way to appointments. So
Yeah,
I was running people over.
yeah. See, you're that guy. Good job.
Yeah.
Good job, Coop. That's
I'll
nice.
I'll admit it. I'll admit it.
I,
Well, I wasn't rude, but I was complaining that people wouldn't move out of my way. So
it's just one of those things where I I don't want to be necessarily around all those crowds. Now, the experience that I enjoy the most is the group of people we go with.
yeah.
That's what's really the special thing. The COG folks as a whole are what's
Hmm.
special, and that's really where the fun lies. I mean, we had a fantastic time on Sunday. Instead of going to the show close at the theater or the main theater, we decided to go play a 4-hour marathon game of Battlestar Galactica,
Yeah.
and that ended on the last. It took the last turn. The last turn decided do the humans win or the Cylons win, and it was so hard fought to the end that it was a fantastic game, and that's what capped PAX for me. It was doing something different that I don't normally do.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people feel that way too. Jeremy actually mentioned in his video, he talked about how, everybody mentions the community and stuff like that, but we do go for the games. I mean, that is what, I mean, yes, it's great seeing everybody, but, we're not hanging all over each other while we're there. We kind of split off to our own things and we get back together and enjoy ourselves again. I think what he said was, he goes, I'd be bored to tears if I had to spend 3 days with you bastards or something like that.
No, he's absolutely right.
Yeah.
He's absolutely right. I went there saying I wanted to go play this game, that game, this game, as well as the appointments that I made doing the kind of the first year press thing. I made appointments and I had every intent on keeping them and playing around. So.
And how was that for you? I mean, being a first timer.
I enjoyed it a lot. I'm not done with all my write-ups, obviously, and I know it's been a couple of weeks, and I should get off my lazy ass and do it. But real life comes first. So I'm working on my Final Fantasy 13-2 write-up now, and
Yeah.
as a whole, it's been a fantastic experience. It was a lot of fun being press. It was a lot of fun. I won't lie. It was interesting being the guy that kicked everybody else out of line to play Dead Island.
Well, they had a special media like box. It actually said like the media console or whatever on it.
Yeah, the only thing is that I felt terrible because they cleared all 7 people in line out. They just, all right, find another line, kids. This one's taken now. I felt terrible about that, but at the same time, that it did have it marked, and that's what it was for. So it was an interesting experience to have that chance to do that. So I enjoyed being the press. I enjoyed being the one that gets to tell everybody about the games that I played, be
Mm-hmm.
it good, bad, or indifferent, and the person that gets to communicate with the folks that make the games and let them know what exactly I thought of their games.
Yeah, yeah. People sometimes they'll be envious and they'll mention it to me and about the whole the perks thing, and I'm like, look, we work for perks. We don't get paid to do this. Like, we're the ones making appointments, busting our asses off, running around and doing all this. I mean, it is quite a bit. It's like a job.
It is, well, and it's not free. I mean, when you say it's
Yeah.
not free, I had to pay for my flight out to Seattle. I had to pay for my hotel. I had to pay for all of my meals. There's no per diem or anything like that. We're doing this for the good of the community, not for ourselves.
Yeah.
That's really what it's for, and I have no problem with that. I'm planning on going anyway, so I'm paying as it is. But to say that we get any perks out of it. I mean, the perks that we got were I got in an hour early before on Friday,
Right.
and we had a chance to go talk to the folks or the Penny Arcade folks on Sunday morning.
Yep.
Those were the perks. Everything else was if you had an appointment, you could go ahead and play the game before everybody else. But if you didn't have an appointment or anything special, there were no perks. You stood in
You
line
got it.
like everybody else.
Yep. Absolutely. I mean, it's a consumer show, and they make it so, and it's right. I believe that's the way it should be.
Yeah,
So.
absolutely.
So yeah, so coming off, I mean, obviously you've had the press experience, you've had the consumer experience. You thinking about going back again as press, or?
Absolutely. I think I would go as press from here on out, but it'll be a while before I go. I mean, real life it catches up with you, and it's what's going to win for a while now. So it's going to be a decent amount of time before I head back out. I mean, I'll be back in the Pacific Northwest for a friend's wedding, but other than that, it's going to be a while before I'm back at PAX.
Well, we know whose wedding that is.
Yes, Ryan's wedding next June. So
That's his excuse for missing PAX next year too. So
hey, well,
I,
not having much vacation time, I can totally understand that.
I gotta bust his chop. Somebody has to.
He's joining us. He's one of us soon.
Yeah. Yes, I saw he started posting some, but no, it's all good. And yeah, like we talked about, we talked about games, we talked about the community, but I don't think. I mean, I've all these interviews I've ever done. Everybody has fun.
I did.
Everybody can't wait to go back.
Absolutely, and I, if I had a choice, I'd go back every year.
Yeah,
But realistically, fiscally, it's not fiscally responsible for one, and two, it seems like the honest truth is that the COG folks go on the odd number of years more often than the even numbered years. Ryan
there may
can
be truth
attest to
to that.
that. They don't
Yep.
show. They didn't show up in 8, '08, and in 10. They didn't show up.
Yeah, we did have a small. I was there at '08, and it was a smaller group. I can definitely attest to that as well. So, well, hey, man, it was great doing this interview with you. You're actually my very last community focus interview from PAX. I've got some things cooking for the rest of the community focuses here on out. But thank you for all your time. Thank you for everything you do for the community. I mean, staffer to staffer, I'm doing the same things you are. I know what we have to go through, and it's like I said, it's fun. I definitely enjoy it. But you're right, work. Life comes first, and that's something we all struggle with. So.
I want to write, I want to write an article, but I've got papers to grade for next week Wednesday. So
I totally sympathize with you, but yeah, thank you very much, man, and hope to see you. Actually, are you in World of Tanks? I just got recruited.
I I have it installed, but I have not yet played it. So we'll see what happens.
I think we're gonna have to turn the TF2 server off or something, and then maybe people want to go play World of Tanks. Jeremy's got me hooked a little bit. I haven't played it since I played it last night, but I haven't played it since. But I'm thinking about it. So,
Uh,
but
I haven't had a chance to get started. I'll be honest. I bought Dead Island. I bought Deus Ex: Human
yep,
Revolution. Gears of War 3 comes out next week. I'm too busy to even play any of them.
it's a flooded fall.
It
It's definitely a
kills
big.
me.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. All right, man. Again, thanks again, and we'll see you on the forums.
Appreciate it, Coop. Take care.